Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you. Hello, lots of lovely faces waving me. Hello. Hi, I'm Dominique, and if you're new here, welcome to the daily meditation from the Findhorn community in Northeast Scotland. Although regular viewers may notice I'm not in my beautiful house in Scotland at the moment, I'm actually in the south of France, which isn't too terrible either. So I did just put in the chat, let me know your name, let me know where you're tuning in from around the world, because part of the thing we love most at Findhorn is that it's not just the people living on the land in Findhorn, we're a global community, and we always have been since the founders discovered and landed in this beautiful part of Northeast Scotland. It has sent out a beacon of light to people around the world, and we have created this network of light with all of you. So, hi to Sheila, who's in Edinburgh. Sunny and cool, beautiful. Steve in Sussex. Hi, Steve. Got Alison in Amsterdam, Regis in Switzerland, Michaela in East Sussex. Lovely. Hi, Julie. Julie's in Devon. Charles in the Cotswolds. Gorgeous. Uni in Norway. Lena in Stockholm. Hi, Elsa. Elsa sending love and greetings from the Netherlands. Ian's in Glasgow. Kath in Hampshire. Heiner in Germany. We're all around the world. Where are our Australians today? Where are our South Americans? I know you tune into. Micah's in Germany as well. Switzerland. Oh, Everton's Thailand. Hi, Evert. Lovely to have you with us. Yeah, keep saying hello. Here we go. Sandra's in Melbourne. Beautiful. And Glynis in Surrey. Wando's saying, happy to be connected with souls from all over the world. And good morning to Dominique. Hello. Paula, morning, everyone. Lovely bright day here in Derbyshire. Got Helen in Fuengirola, Andalusia. Beautiful. Thank you all for joining me. I'll do a few more hellos at the end. So I've been away for the last 3 weeks. I was just telling Rudolph about being in a 17-day silent retreat. So something that Eileen always talked about. And in this, I read a comment once on here, and I didn't have time to address it at the time, saying that nothing that Eileen was saying was original because this was all said in the Bhagavad Gita and from other mystics. And absolutely, 100%. We don't say that the truth that Eileen communicated in her teachings was unique to her. In fact, the opposite. She teaches a truth that is recognized and has been taught by mystics across spiritual traditions and religions across centuries. And I think of Eileen and Dorothy as modern day mystics as well. Mystics from Ramakrishna in India, Ramana Maharshi to Saint Teresa of Avila, this medieval 15th century nun in the time of the Spanish Inquisition in Spain, to Saint Hildegard of Bingen in the 11th century in Germany, to Meister Eckhart, Thomas Merton, all of these mystics, to Rabia from Sufism, Lala, these beautiful Islamic prophetesses and mystics from hundreds of years ago, all have the same thing in common. They all teach this one truth, that we're not the thoughts, the personality, the body, that there is a deeper, peaceful presence within us that is our divine, that is the God within. And that's the voice that Eileen tuned into. And like so many different mystics and saints across traditions, she taught that sitting in silent meditation was the key to listening to this divine part within us. So, silence, why do a silent retreat? It's a way of purifying and going within to hear that voice of the soul, to hear the voice of God. And I was just saying to Rudolph before we started, the yogis understand that we don't just have a physical body, we have these sheaths that cover us. We have an energetic sheath, we have our thought body, we have our emotional body. So when we're in silence, we're eating very clean, vegan, gluten-free food, the body's purifying at a physical level. But our thought body and our emotional body are purifying at the level of at that level of mental and emotional state as well. Silence is a purification in itself. Your Saucha, one of the yamas in yoga, purification. So I really recommend silent retreats. And it's an aspiration of mine that I will start to hold them one day soon as well. And then you're all invited to come and join me. All right. So for those of you that are new, I'm going to guide us into a comfortable sitting position. And then just before we enter into our own silence, I'm going to read to you from this little book here, Opening Doors Within by Eileen Caddy. It's the wisdom from her heart that she spoke out loud and then they followed diligently, divided into these little chunks for every day of the year. So it's a beautiful accompaniment to meditation. It's a beautiful book for spiritual contemplation in its own right. All right, so I invite you to find a comfortable sitting position. Roll your shoulders back, move my necklace round. Feet flat on the floor, spine nice and straight, where neck nice and long, chin parallel to the floor. You can rest your hands with the palms facing up in your laps. You can rest the back of the right hand into the palm of the left hand like this and touch the thumb tips together and rest them in your lap. All these different mudras for meditation, like chin mudra, the famous one, this mudra where resting down, do different things with the energy circuits to aid the flow in meditation. So if we're resting like this, we're directing the energy upwards. If we're resting like that, we're grounding down into the earth. Different fingers relate to different chakras. If we put these two together, this is the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. So we're directing the flow of energy to the heart. Lots and lots of different ways to do it, but I like this one. I like this one. It guides the energy, I think, up to the third eye, makes it more conducive body state for meditation. All right. So if you're somewhere safe to do so, I invite you to close your eyes and just take a moment to relax the body. And just take a moment to arrive into the space. Take a nice long deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling any contraction in the face, the neck, the shoulders, just unwind and unravel. Another deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly first. And out through the nose, letting any tension and contraction unwind. One more deep breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Relaxation of the body, so important to be able to go beyond it into this spaciousness and peaceful presence. And at the bottom of this breath, just let your breathing cycles soften and lengthen naturally in and out of the nose. Can forget all about our breath now. We want it actually just to become very light and very soft. Noticing any sounds, noises, or movements around you, and then gently drawing the senses inwards. Becoming present behind the eyes. Connecting to this sacred vibration of the day. This place of openness and pure receptivity. And let's let go of the mind, let it drift down, float down into the heart. Bring your awareness to the middle of the chest, a little to the right. And call this the home of the spiritual heart. This home of the great sense of self, the big I, S, self with a capital S. Feeling this connection to our heart space, you might notice a sense of peace, belonging, warmth, feeling of coming back home to yourself. A deep intimacy with ourselves. You might notice nothing at all, or a sense of sadness, numbness, contraction. The heart, also the home of our emotional world, our energy. It's okay. Just loving all of it, like a loving mother witnesses and holds her child. And when thoughts arise, when feelings arise, or physical sensations, not going into the story, just simply holding them all in the arms, in loving arms, and witnessing them with a kind gaze, the way a mother might look on a crying child. And let's notice the pauses at the top of inhalation and the bottom of exhalation. That tiny pause, no more than 1 or 2 seconds at the top of the breath and at the bottom of the breath. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. Inhale, pause, exhale, pause. These pauses are like little doorways into this background of stillness, this place of no thoughts, no personality, like the liminal state when the sun is setting or going down behind the horizon, a gap between words. Focusing on the pause without stress or anxiety helps slip into this place of peaceful presence that runs behind everything. I am that. So from this place of deep receptivity, let's hear Eileen's guidance for September the 29th. Many times you have heard the words, life is what you make it. But what have you done about it? Do you not realize that you control your life, your happiness, your success, your joys, and your sorrows? Life can be wonderful, thrilling, and glorious, but it is up to you to make it so by expecting the very best. Live one day at a time and live it to the full. Never waste time worrying about tomorrow and what it may bring, or allow yourself to become depressed because you feel you cannot cope with whatever that may be. Always look on the bright side of life and concentrate on it in the ever-present now. Because yesterday did not go smoothly does not mean that today will not be the same. Leave yesterday behind, learn from it, but do not allow it to spoil today. Today lies in front of you, untouched and unblemished. What are you going to do with it? So letting these words carry us deeper and deeper still into the silence. Many times you have heard the words, life is what you make it, but what have you done about it? Do you not realize that you control your life, your happiness, your success, your joys and your sorrows? Life can be wonderful, thrilling and glorious, but it's up to you to make it so by expecting the very best. Live one day at a time and live it to the full. Never waste time worrying about tomorrow and what it may bring, or allow yourself to become depressed because you feel you cannot cope with whatever that may be. Always look on the bright side of life and concentrate on it in the ever-present now. Because yesterday did not go smoothly does not mean that today will be the same. Leave yesterday behind, learn from it, but do not allow it to spoil today. Today lies in front of you untouched and unblemished. What are you going to do with it? So taking a slightly deeper breath in through the nose, connecting the breath to the body, becoming present behind the eyes, squeezing the fingertips, scrunching the toes, becoming aware of the room around you, and very gently in your own time, slowly opening the eyes and returning to the space. Mm. And welcome back, everyone. Yeah. So, well, I always say this caveat with Eileen's teachings because it's never just about smoothing things over with positive psychology. At the same time, if we could, and a silent retreat is a very good way of seeing the thought patterns that come up and go on loop again and again and again, creating the kind of body chemistry that perpetuate more of the same. So if we can become stepping back into this peaceful presence to become aware of those loops of thoughts, we can create distance and choose a new response for today. We don't have to play out the same old stories. Yeah. We don't need to. Well, today is the 29th of September, so I will just share something for those of you that would like to hang around a couple of minutes. It's actually the day of my cousin's birthday, and sadly my cousin passed away when she was very young. She was 37. But it was a significant moment for me on my spiritual path. I was 34 at the time. She was a very, very vibrant woman, young woman, and she had a partner and she had three young children, sons under the age of 10 at the time. And she went to sleep one night in full health and never woke up. And they discovered later that it was a virus of the heart that had killed her. And it was this hereditary gene that had run in the female line of her family that no one knew about, or rather the older generations didn't talk about, don't older generations don't always talk about medical conditions or pass things on. And it was a big prompt for me, maybe not that year, but a couple of years later, I quit my corporate career and I went traveling. And I don't think I realized I was on a spiritual path at the time, but that at the end of 9 months of very intense travel, I found myself in Angkor Wat in Cambodia on, I think, the 12th of December, 2012, as the divine would have it. And I had a very beautiful peak moment then where I saw all these pieces of a jigsaw, and I was thinking about her a lot and why this senseless thing had happened to someone so fully vibrant in life. And I just had this image of these jigsaw pieces that we can't possibly comprehend being moved together. We can't possibly see the great big mystery of it all with just our tiny piece. And also this image of a pearl in an oyster shell, and how those layers, those fine kind of filigree layers of the oyster shell are just being refined over lifetimes, lifetimes and lifetimes to get to that pearl. So I like to honor my cousin and think about her today because my path is very much the Bhakti path of the heart. And and it seemed very symbolic to me that a big prompt onto my own journey was her having this contraction of the heart, shall we say. Um, yeah. So I thought I would share that with you. Thank you for honoring her too. And let's just see. who we. Oh, yes, you're so welcome. Yes. Yeah, I mean, and so of course it was such tragic at the time. You imagine three little boys, they were like 3, 6, and 9 or something at the time. But at the same time, the way that it fitted into this greater path and this path of the heart, and I think some of you know we're half Turkish, both have Turkish fathers, and although that's been a challenging aspect of my own life, there's also been this opening of Sufism. And the Sufis are the great mystics of the heart. You know, they talk about the eye of the heart and looking at God through eye, or looking at the world through the eyes of the heart. So there's been this, and the whirling is the whirling of the finding the still point of the heart. So there is this connection of this heart symbolism that has run through as well. Oh, Hillary's saying it's your daughter's birthday today. Well, happy birthday to Hillary's daughter. Yes, and exactly like a real lesson for me at an age 34 where you feel invincible, to realize that no, this life is so precious. We can't take it for granted. All right. Well, lovely to see you all today. I'm sending you lots of love, and I will be back next Monday with more of Eileen's wisdom and the silence of the heart. Take care, everyone. Wishing you a beautiful week. Lots of love.